Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1983 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the New York Yankees and the Detroit Tigers at Tiger Stadium. On the mound for the Yankees today is Scott Sanderson, whose record is 11-6 with a 4.16 ERA. And pitching for the Tigers today is Joaquin Andujar, whose record is 1-4 with a 5.36 ERA. And so we started off the month of August with a 9-run victory over the Blue Jays. And if you win by 9 runs, it should feel comfortable. But at no point did that game feel like we had it in hand. It felt like a squeaker at 9 runs. But we had a couple big home runs in that game. We strung some hits together. I think we had 6 extra base hits in the ball game. And Dave Rozema pitched just well enough to get the victory. So a good way to start off the month of August. And we won't have to face the Blue Jays again, which is good because for a team with the worst record in all of the sim, they played us really, really well. So it's kind of frustrating to lose so often to a last place team. And now we go to the other extreme. As the Yankees come to town, we have a 3-game series versus the Yankees. Again, this is the last time we're going to face this team for the entire season. And I don't think it's a stretch to say that these games are vital to getting a couple games up on the Yankees and maybe pulling away during the home stretch here. So let's go ahead and get, pardon me, I'm a little... We've had our monsoons come through here in Arizona, and all the humidity in the air has kind of got me choked up a little bit, so I apologize. And nonetheless, let's go ahead and get started with today's game. As always, I appreciate everyone following along, like and or subscribe to the channel. We've got Joaquin Andujar on the mound today. I have little to no hope for this guy. He's making his 11th start. So he equals his starts for the Astros. We'll look more in depth at him shortly. You'll see here that the current Yankees lineup is batting .276 against him. Our bullpen, it's a little bit messed up right now. Dave Rucker, our lefty setup guy, is going to be injured for 4 more days. We did get Keith Comstock back from a 10-day trip to AAA to get a little bit of rest. And so the creeper Paul Gibson is sent back down. Unfortunately, George Capizella will not be available today. He pitched really well in relief yesterday. He went 2 innings, and so we've only got 1 lefty available against this formidable Yankee lineup. Here's our lineup today versus Scott Sanderson. George Brett is listed as tired, so, this is not a great time to take him out of the lineup facing the Yankees, but we're going to give him rest today. And we put Mickey Hatcher back at third. Hatcher with his .918 fielding percentage back at third base. Otherwise, our lineup versus righties is in there. So, okay. Here is the official lineup rundown for the New York Yankees. Batting leadoff, playing shorts. I'm sorry. Let's have a do-over here. Batting leadoff in center field is Otis Nixon. Batting second at second base is Willie Randolph. Batting third in left field is Steve Kemp. Batting cleanup and DHing today is Brian Dayett. Batting fifth and catching is Ron Hassey. Batting sixth at third base is Joe Lefebvre. Batting seventh at first base is Dennis Werth. Batting eighth in right field is Claudell Washington. And batting ninth, playing shortstop, is Ozzie Smith. Okay, let's take a quick look at Joaquin Andujar, 30-year-old right-hander, goes to free agency at the end of the year. We could have tried to trade him. He does have good ratings. I don't know why he has not performed well at all for us. He's not even averaging 5 innings pitched per start. Some of that's on me. I like to, when a pitcher I feel like is ready to blow up, I like to yank him out early, but he has blown up. I mean, he only has 28 Ks and 48 and 2/3 innings pitched. Opponents are batting .275 against him. His fastball tops out at 86 miles an hour. His ground ball percentage is 45.3. So he's really got not a lot to offer. He did win the World Series in 1981 for the Houston Astros, going 2-0, giving up 8 runs, though, in 12 innings. So it tells you more about the Houston offense. Let's take a look at his log real quick. Has he faced the Yankees since coming over? He has not. Andujar coming off a terrible, terrible start versus Cleveland, giving up 7 runs on 10 hits and a walk in 2 2/3 innings. So I have no idea what to expect from him, but he's our man. Here's the Tigers' defensive alignment today. We have Gibby at DH, so we moved Kevin Bass to left field, and we've got Eddie Miller out there in center. And Otis Nixon leading off against Joaquin Andujar. Nixon leading the American League in stolen bases with 58. Andujar strikes him out, keeping him off the base path. That is a key to today's game. Up next is Willie Randolph. Randolph with a ground ball to short. Out number 2. And I think it's safe to say Steve Kemp, batting .303, 23 home runs, leading the American League in RBI, is probably the MVP at this point, as Andujar wants nothing to do with him. Walks Kemp for Brian Dayett. Dayett DHing, sometime third baseman. A ground ball base hit past Whitaker at second. First inning never goes easy for the Tigers. That will bring up former MVP Ron Hassey. Hassey batting .290 versus righties. We're going to play straight away. 2-2 count. A ground ball to Whitaker, and Whitaker makes the play. So we strand 2 runners, and we head to the bottom of the first. Let's take a look at the Tigers lineup rundown. Batting leadoff, playing second base. There we go. Is Sweet Lou Whitaker. Batting second at first base is Greg Brock. Batting third and DHing is Kirk Gibson. Batting cleanup, playing third base is Mickey Hatcher. Batting fifth and catching is Terry Kennedy. Batting sixth in right field is Glenn Wilson. Batting seventh in left field is Kevin Bass. Batting eighth at shortstop is Alan Trammell. And batting ninth in center field is Eddie Miller. Scotty Sanderson on the mound for the Yankees. This is his first full season with the Yanks. He was traded over from Montreal last year, making his 23rd start of the season. He's 11-6 with a .416 ERA, 105 Ks and 155 2/3 innings pitched. Opponents are batting .283 against him. He only has 1 complete game. His fastball tops out at 89 miles an hour. His ground ball percentage is 41.9%. His fastball, wow, he's got 4 pitches, but his fastball is the only pitch above average. It is rated an 87. He's got a slow curve and a slider, both below average. Rated 85 overall, the 27-year-old righty just signed an extension. He doesn't go to free agency until 1985. Let's take a look at his log. He has faced the Tigers a couple of times. On May 25th, he got a no decision, going 6 1/3, giving up 3 runs on 7 hits. And then last month, he took a loss, going 8 innings, giving up 9 hits and 2 walks and 3 runs. So, not horrible performances against the Tigers. Here is the Yankees defense. They got Gold Glovers everywhere. They got a Gold Glove at second base, Gold Glove behind the plate. Lefebvre at third is a Gold Glove winner, and of course, Ozzie Smith. Okay, here is Sweet Lou leading off against Scott Sanderson. Whitaker leading the team in home runs now with 16. I've stacked the top of the lineup today with lefties, taking a cue from the Toronto Blue Jays lineup, putting lefties together, seeing if that will pull, maybe get a rally going. As Brock grounds out to first. So far, no luck. 2 quick outs for the Yankees. And then Gibby steps up and he strikes out. So Sanderson strikes out 2 of the 3 lefties. So that did not work at all. But got a long way to go here. We go to the top of the second inning. Joe Lefebvre leading off. Lefebvre spent a majority of the season down in the minor leagues as Joaquin Andujar walks Lefebvre. I don't know how much I want to put up with this. Yeah, he had that 8-walk game back in May, and then he had a 5-walk game against Milwaukee. So, I don't know. Here's Dennis Werth. We are short in the bullpen today, an arm. They walks him as well. Wow, what a terrible trade. Who would have thought Joaquin Andujar would have absolutely no value? I guess we're going to play straight away. We might have to give up a run to get a double play here. Wow, a wild pitch. See, now that kind of makes sense. Like, normally that would piss me off, right? But he's already been wild this inning. He's walked twice and then a wild pitch. That certainly means the mogul is on, and there's nothing we're going to be able to do to stop it. But at least sequentially, that makes sense to me. We will pull the infield in. Not that it's going to do us any good, but that's the right thing to do. Yeah. That's going to be a sac fly as he goes pretty deep, 415 feet. Werth will tag and take third, and it's 1-0. Yankees. Okay. Let's pull the corners in here with Ozzie Smith up. Smith, he's not going to hit a home run. There we go. Ground ball to first. Werth will hold. Oh, he goes. What happened? He scored on that? He scored on a ground ball to first. The mogul is on. What can you do? That makes no sense at all. And then there's the third walk of the inning. Fastest guy in the league. And then Randolph will hit a fly ball into the corner. Caught in foul ground by Bass. We go to the bottom of the second inning. It's 2-0 New York. Could have been a lot worse. We have Mickey Hatcher leading off. Mickey in a pretty big slump. He did have a big hit yesterday where he knocked in a couple of runs. There's 1 out. Next up is Terry Kennedy. Now, we do have a third baseman. I mean, we have Brett, but we do have a third baseman in AAA that's actually higher rated than Mickey Hatcher. I know it seems weird, but we probably should have traded him, considering he's going to arbitration at the end of the season. And we should have brought up Scotty Madison. And the Tigers, of course, go 1-2-3. We go to the top of the third. Here is Steve Kemp leading off. Wow, striking out Kemp. That looked like, it certainly was ball 4. That would have been the 5th walk. Should have been the 5th walk, but Kemp taking his cuts. There's a base hit up the middle from Brian Dayett. Took a couple seasons for Brian Dayett to get going. Just taking a look at him here. Definitely putting up some much better numbers. An 827 OPS. Makes sense that he's a cleanup hitter. There's another walk. And another walk. 6 walks for Andujar. And he throws it right down the middle. Caught by Bass. Run scores. It's 3-0. Claudell Washington, infield single. It's only the 3rd hit despite the 6 walks. So Yeah, that's 9 batters reaching base. We're not even through the 3rd inning. We're going to play it straight away. In fact, we're going to pull the outfield in. I mean, our offense is good enough to come back from this, but we're basically 1 hit away from the Yankees from this game being over, if it's not already over. And there it is. So that's the ball game right there. We're going to pull out Joaquin Andujar. Why not? And we're going to bring in Tom Filer. Tom Filer, take a look at him here. He is a good friend of the walk. 41 walks in 100 innings pitched. Only 30 Ks. Converted to reliever here. Facing Otis Nixon, and he strikes him out. So another 2 runs for the Yankees, and another terrible performance from Joaquin Andujar. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Here is Kevin Bass leading off. Striking out. 3rd K for Sanderson. Sanderson is rated an 85, and Joaquin Andujar also, by the way, rated an 84, and yet 2 completely different pitchers. How is that possible? Fuck if I know. Trammell gets a base hit. That's the first Tigers hit today. There's no point in playing small ball here with Eddie Miller. Normally I would try to lay down a bunt or something, but we're down 4. We need a rally of some type. Instead, it'll be a double play. We go to the top of the 4th inning. Willie Randolph will lead off. Filer gets a pop-up from Randolph to 3rd. There's 1 down. Next up, Steve Kemp. Kemp popping it up. Filer throwing the old fastball at Kemp. That's risky. 2 down. Brian Dayett, he's 2 for 2 today. Make it 3 for 3. Dayett on first. 2 down. Ron Hassey at the plate. Hassey having a quietly good season. 253, 13 home runs. Not his MVP quality caliber, but grounding out to 3rd. And that will end the inning. So we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Here is Sweet Lou leading off. Lou popping it up. Carrying to the outfield grass in shallow right center field. What happened? Anything happening here? Everybody's thinking about stuff. Not sure what's happening. Is this game going to be called on the count of rain? Oh, there we go. So I don't know how that's going to look in the recording, but there was some kind of a weird delay there of about 10 seconds. So ended in a pop-up to second, but that I thought for sure the game would froze. Hey, there's a base hit from the Brock Ness Monster. Only the 2nd hit today by a Tiger. Brock on first. Gibby up next. Gibby just in a huge slump. Striking out for the 2nd time today. He's going to arbitration as well, but I just could not ever see myself trading Gibson. So Sanderson now has 4 Ks, and then Hatcher pops it up. We are outmatched in every aspect of this game. We go to the top of the 5th. It would be nice to get 1 more inning out of Filer as Joe Lefebvre steps in. A comebacker to Filer. 1 out. Next up is Dennis Werth. Jammed inside. Ground ball to 2nd. Whitaker making the play. And that will leave it up to Claudell Washington to get something going here. And it looked like ball 4. But they're up 4 runs. They're taking cuts as the ground ball to 3rd. Hatcher, flawless at 3rd base today. We go to the bottom of the 5th with Terry Kennedy leading off. We move Kennedy up in the lineup, trying to give Hatcher a little bit of support. Not making a damn bit of difference today. Ground ball to short. Ground ball to first. Yeah, this is a button pusher game. There's absolutely nothing that we're going to do that's going to make a difference. We're going to the top of the 6th. A great job by Tom Filer. I mean, he didn't even walk a guy. Why is it that starters are so much better in relief? If I were to switch out Tom Filer with Joaquin Andujar in the rotation, you know Andujar would be great and Filer would just absolutely tank it. We're going to bring in Roy Thomas. Roy Thomas having a great season for the Tigers. First time we've seen him here in a bit, I think. 23 Ks in 34 innings pitched. Opposed batting 171 against him. He's got a couple tight buttholes. Fastball tops out at 91 miles an hour. Fastball only rated an 83, though. All right, here's Ozzie Smith. Oh, sharp line drive to Trammell. 1 down. Otis Nixon steps in. He strikes out. Is that his 3rd K of the day? Let's take a look at the in-game stats. I think he has struck out 3 times and walked once. 2 down. Willie Randolph up. There's a walk. 1 of 7 walks issued by Tigers today. That's setting Steve Kemp up for success. He's 0 for 2. Comebacker to Thomas. And he tosses them out. So we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Tigers have nothing going for him today. Trammell leading off. Ground ball to 3rd. 1 out. Miller. Hey, there's a base hit for Miller. Do we want to go for 2? Hell yeah, we do. We're down 4. Why not? Miller gets a double. Good job. Speed of Miller coming in handy as he gets his 4th double of the season. Runner in scoring position. Is this where they're going to give us our 1 run of the game? Let's see. Yep. There we go. Tigers get on the board. It's 4-1. Oh, it's not a gimme. We're going to send him. Why not? Kemp doesn't have a great arm, but this feels like could have been an out, but Miller scores. So Whitaker, maybe our team MVP, the way Whitaker's been playing lately. He drives in a run. Great job by Lou. And we're 1 swing of the bat from making this a ball game. Greg Brock's the man to do it. Runner on first, 1 out. Boom! There we go, baby! A 2-run shot into left center field. That is Brock's 15th home run of the year. Yes, it is. 51 RBI. Sometimes you got to get rid of the dead weight for others to shine. And I think that Ricky Henderson was actually kind of screwing our lineup up. I mean, it's hard to... We overestimated his value, even though he did have the most player of the games this season. Gibby makes contact for once. It only goes back to the pitcher, but yeah, it's. I think we're actually better off without Ricky Henderson. It's hard to say that and not sound like a moron, but. And then Hatcher grounds out, of course. Okay, so we get 3 runs back in the inning, thanks to the RBI single from Sweet Lou and the 2-run shot by the Brockness Monster. We go to the top of the 7th inning. We've only got 1 lefty in the bullpen, and we have to be strategic about it, don't we? We're going to take out Roy Thomas. We're going to bring in Dave Smith to pitch the inning. Righty, lefty, it don't matter. Dave Smith, he's had a tough year for us. 42nd game, 4-3 with a 3.98 ERA, 38 Ks, 43 innings pitched, which is nice. Opponents are batting .278 against him. He's got 3 saves. He's got 3 tight buttholes. Fastball tops out at 88. Ground ball percentage is 48.9. He's got 2 great pitches. Not to see much success from him. What is his log? Yeah, 5.79 ERA in his last 20 games, but he has won his last 2 appearances. So that's a good sign where he's only pitching like once per series right now. Maybe that's an advantage. Here we go. He's going to face Brian Dayett. Dayett hits a ground ball to third, and Hatcher makes the play. 1 out. Ron Hassey up next. Hassey sharply hit ground ball to first. Yankees bats have been quiet since the 3rd inning. I don't know if they have a hit. You know, they did get 1 hit off of Filer, didn't they? He had no walks, but he had 1 hit given up. And Lefebvre pops it up at home plate. Can Kennedy make the catch? Nope. That's always a 50-50 proposition. And the 50 went the other way. All right, Lefebvre on first. I'm not ready to worry about it yet. Oh, okay. So here we go. We've had 2 wild pitches this game and an error by the catcher. We have to pull the outfield in despite the power of Dennis Werth. It's already going to be a base hit. We know that. It wouldn't happen this way. Oh, no, maybe not. Or another error. Oh, we get out of it. Nice. Oh, man. I guess it was our turn to be on the right side of the randomness of the game. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Look at the middle of our lineup. These people have done jack shit. Terry Kennedy, 0 for 2 today. He's due. Oh, there we go. Base hit to right. It's going to drop in. Can we get 2 out of it? Nope. Kennedy holds at first. Leadoff man is on. That is the tying run. We have to hit and run in this situation. Here's Glenn Wilson. He's batting .273 versus right-handers. And a ground ball snagged by... Oh! The Wizard of Oz makes an error. And now I feel like it's a reverse moguling. We'll take it. But we have some terrible base runners on the base path. Now, Kevin Bass, he's not having a good year, but this guy has been clutch. Let's see if he can come through in the moment here. 1-1 count. Ground ball to first. Well, he beats out the double play. They get the force at second. It's first and third with 1 out. I have no faith in Trammell here. We are going to hit and run in the situation. Stay out of the double play. Maybe get a run score. I bet you, if he were to hit a ball to first, I bet you Kennedy would not run. Despite that happening to them in the 1st inning where they scored a run on that. Ground ball to short. And Kennedy does score. There we go, an RBI for Trammell. And the game is tied. And the go-ahead run is at second base. All right. Here's Eddie Miller with a chance to be a hero today. Nope. Not playing hero ball. It's a ground ball to second. But we are back in it. Dave Smith, he did his gerb. Man, but I don't know. We have to, there could be free baseball on the horizon. I feel like taking out Dave Smith here is probably not the right thing to do, but we're going to play to win. And we're going to bring in Keith Comstock. That seems like a contradictory thing, playing to win and bringing in Keith Comstock. But Commie's been solid ever since we traded for him way back in 1980. He had 1 bad year for us. I think that was 1 bad game, actually, where we made him eat it. But he's got some good numbers this year, 37 Ks and 40 in the 3rd innings pitched. 205 opponent's batting average. Let's look at his splits. He doesn't, he gets righties out with authority, but lefties hit 250 against him, which is pretty fair. It's because he's got a great fastball. It's a 93. He's going to arbitration at the end of the year. We are definitely going to re-sign him. I don't know if the game's going to allow him to have more good years, but I like his fastball, and he's part of our future. Okay, Claudell Washington leading off the top of the 8th inning here. A ground ball to Hatcher, third. Okay. Man, I was white knuckling it on that one. I thought for sure. I mean, Hatcher is definitely due an error. But he's played a flawless game at third. There's one out. Outfield in. We're going to play shallow for Ozzie. And a base hit. Oh, nice play by Trammell. Ranging over towards second base. Taking away a base hit from Ozzie Smith. I called that one a base hit before it got through the infield. Our defense looking good today. All right. 2 down. Here's Otis Nixon. This guy's a catalyst. Got to keep him off the base path. Oh, no. No! No! Come on! Ozzie! Otis Nixon just hit a home run. His 6th home run of the season. He's got more home runs than he has doubles. Otis Nixon just took Keith Comstock deep. I don't mind that. I would rather have that kind of shit happen than the other stuff that happens that frustrates me. At least that's feels more random. All right. Well, Comstock's going to go ahead and pitch here, and if we don't tie this game up, he'll come out for the 9th. There's no point in bringing in Weaver. Oh, he's lost it. He's lost that love and feeling. All right. He walks Randolph to get to Kemp. Kemp sits down. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Tigers are down a run thanks to the home run by Otis Nixon. We have our 3 lefties coming up. This is why we have them together. Scott Sanderson at 87 pitches. Pitching, he's had a couple blemishes there, but overall looking pretty good. A ground ball from Whitaker. Oh. We are going out with a whimper. I can feel it. Here's Greg Brock. Yeah. And Gibby's done nothing. Striking out for the 3rd time today. So we're going to the top of the 9th. We do have lefties coming up. We're just going to leave Comstock in there. He's got a good endurance, so we can go another. He could probably go 3 innings if we needed him to, which we won't. Ryan Dayett having a game. He's now 4 for 5 today. He's got almost as many hits as the Tigers have. Runner on first. Leadoff man's on. And another hit. Flipped down the right field line. So, well, shit. That was fun for a minute. Comstock pulls the string on that curveball. If we want a chance to actually win this game, we got to bring in Weaver. Weaver, he's our closer now. I put him back in the role. He's pitched well outside of that role, and this is not a safe situation, but he's pitched poorly in his last 20 games, almost a 6 ERA. He's cost us a couple wins. He's got 19 saves, 3 tight buttholes. He's got a loose butthole on the mound. It doesn't matter at this point. We're going to pull the infield in. Dennis Werth at the plate. 2-2 count. Oh, shit. Well, that'll do it. That'll do it, folks. All right. Well, that run goes to Comstock. Strikeout looking. And the slowest splitter you'll ever see. Pull the outfield in for Ozzie. And there's a couple more insurance runs. All right. Well. Now Trammell doesn't want to handle it. Yankees score 4 in the last 2 innings, and this game is over. It was a good fight for a moment there. It's unbelievable that Sanderson is going to pitch a complete game when he was so terrible. Are they going to give us a couple runs here in the ninth? Nope. Down to the final out. All right. Well, Tigers lose 8-4. That was kind of a fun game. I didn't even mind Otis Nixon hitting that home run. It's interesting that we've kind of kept our ERA hovering around 9. I think that's about where we're going to settle. And I also kind of thought we'd have around a 600 winning percentage, but we're not there. So I guess some of my theories are not coming true. That will put New York all by themselves in front in the East. California hanging around as Seattle's lost a couple in a row. Let's take a look at the National League. New York have a half-game lead over Montreal, and Atlanta 2.5 up on Los Angeles. Let's take a look at the headline news. Brainiac Baseball Daily Beat. Baltimore's Robin Yount hits 2 home runs. John Castino, 1 for 4. And Kenny Singleton had to hit a couple walks. The win over Detroit puts New York in the lead. Dennis Werth. Brian Dayett, there we go. 4 for 5. Nice. Scott Sanderson, he got the win. Ozzie Smith, RBI guy, hit well in that game. Let's take a look at transactions. Not a lot to see here. Oh, Joe Charbonneau is going to miss 9 days. Big deal. I don't think he was even in the majors. Yeah, he hasn't even made it to the majors this year. Super Joe, not so super. Was he out of baseball by 83? I guess he was. Not out of baseball, but he did not play in the majors. Okay, let's pull up the box score and get out of here. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and or subscribe to the channel. New York, clearly the better team, despite the records being so close. Keith Comstock, I shouldn't have made him go too. That was my bad. Giving up 3 runs in his first game back in the majors. Roger Weaver, what a disappointment. Scott Sanderson gets the win. He's 12-6. That Otis Nixon home run was the nail in the coffin. Greg Brock made it interesting with the 15th home run. He's our player of the game. Gibson, man, what? I mean, he hadn't even played in a couple of games, and he just is absolutely terrible. We tried to give him a shot up there in the 3rd spot, but absolutely nothing. So we're going to come back tomorrow with Game 2 of the 3-game series. We can win the last 2 games and come out in first place. We'll see if that happens. Until tomorrow, everyone have a great day.